Thank you, everybody, for coming together this evening. If you're here tonight, it's because you played a very important role in Maddie and Tommy's life. That didn't take long.
One of the great joys of the wedding day is the joining together of the couple's families and friends. Tommy and Maddie are grateful to each and every one of you for your love, your caring, your friendship, and the support that you've given them throughout their lives. Being able to share their wedding day with you, surrounded by your love and support, is a treasured blessing.
Madison, from the time that we found out we were going to be blessed with a baby, we fell in love. But I had no idea what the love for my daughter was actually going to be. You've always been, and you always will be, my princess.
From Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1, "For everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven, and now is the time for a wedding." Will you, Thomas Charles Shriver II, have Madison Delaney Andre to be your beloved wife and to cherish her above all others? Will you promise to be nurturing, kind, patient, forgiving, and faithful? Will you promise to love Maddie in the good times and in the bad, when life seems easy and when it's hard, when loving her is simple and even when it's not? Will you keep your heart open to the needs of your marriage and make it the center point of your life together? Will you promise this today and for all the days to come? If so, answer, "I do."
I do.
You've been blessed with the absolute best mother, an example of love, family, and perseverance that anyone could ever hope for. And you carry out that example beautifully. You two just are so good together. A big part of that equation is the job that Tom and Leslie Shriver did raising you. Thank you, guys.
So in December of 2022, they headed to Hollywood, Florida. Now, Maddie tells me that she suspected that Tommy would propose soon, but didn't think it would happen on this trip. Tommy tells me that engagement was something that they had discussed several times, as Maddie would drop hints by sending Tommy pictures of rings online. But Tommy knew that how important it was to Maddie that some very special people in her life be present whenever it did happen. Tommy had arranged to fly both families to be in Florida for when this would happen. They had dinner reservations about a half-mile north of where they were staying, and after a great deal of persistence, convinced Maddie it would be romantic to walk up the beach to the dinner location. They had not been walking long when Maddie discovered a heart in the sand made of rose petals and candles. And hidden along the boardwalk were Maddie and Tommy's families to witness the proposal. The last day of vacation was spent as one big family on the beach, a perfect end to a perfect trip. Now today, Maddie and Tommy begin the next chapter in their wonderful adventure that is ahead of them as we witness and celebrate their joining together as husband and wife. Will you, Madison Delaney Andre, have Thomas Charles Shriver II to be your beloved husband and to cherish him above all others? Will you promise to be nurturing, kind, patient, forgiving, and faithful? Will you promise to love Tommy in the good times and in the bad, when life seems easy and when it's hard, when loving him is simple and even when it's not? Will you keep your heart open to the needs of your marriage and make it the center point of your life together? Will you promise this today and for all the days to come? If so, answer, "I do."
I do.
wish the two of you the best life. Remember to power through the lows in life and enjoy the highs, and there will be plenty of both, and it's okay. With that said, Tommy, we are so happy to have you part of our family, and I'm going to trust you with this and helping me fix things for Maddie on the tough days. I've always taken so much pride in being the one that when the chips were down, I knew you could come to, knowing that Daddy could fix anything. As you got older, that became a lot more complicated. I remember so many secret ops, middle of the night surgeries on baby dolls, removing their arms to replace them. So what I'm going to give you is that first baby doll, Allie, that has had arms and legs and eyes replaced. So Tommy, I'm giving you that. Okay? That baby doll is almost as old as you kids are, and she's been through a lot. Please take good care of her and my daughter. I love you, Tommy. I love you, Maddie, and we wish the best for you guys.
Maddie, with this ring, I bind my life to yours.
Tommy, with this ring, I bind my life to yours.
I give you this ring,
To wear with love and joy.
as the ring has no end.
Neither shall my love for you.
I choose you to be my wife.
I choose you to be my husband,
This day,
and for all the days to come.
And by the power vested in me by the church in the state of Missouri, that I now pronounce you husband and wife. Tommy, you may kiss your wife for the very first time. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, it is my great honor and pleasure to introduce for the very first time Mr. and Mrs. Tommy and Maddie Shriver II.
Tommy is the lucky one after what you've seen tonight, but I feel pretty lucky considering I get to take time tonight to share with you how special my beautiful friend Maddie is. You are already crying. This is horrible. Okay. 7 years ago, which is a long time, Maddie and I met during our freshman year of college. We were roommates by our second year, got to live out all our college memories together, and then by the time we graduated, Maddie and I moved into our own apartment. Scary, right? Maddie took care of me, let's be real. Maddie went from being a stranger to a friend, and then a best friend and a roommate to what I now feel like is a sister. And I don't have any siblings, so for me to end up with Maddie as my family makes me feel beyond fortunate. Since meeting Maddie, she's kept her steadfast beliefs, her stubborn, yet admirable independence, her incredibly hard work ethic, and her empathetic care and concern for everyone around her. These things remain unchanged. Tommy didn't try to change them. He wasn't dumb enough to do that. However, his love has impacted Maddie over these 7 years, and as I got to know them both, I watched how that love made Maddie, an already remarkable, smart, and compassionate person, even better. That's who these two are together. They are both so amazing, so special, that when they were brought together, they just brought out more goodness in each other. I think we can all agree on this fact. with all the joy, kindness, and love Maddie and Tommy have brought to our lives. They deserve nothing more than a lifetime of all the love that they've poured into the world. So raise your glass to Mr. and Mrs. Shriver, the best people we know. Thank you, guys.
You guys can imagine how many times we played catch. But first, let me let you in on a secret obsession that my older brother here has. He loves to take large monetary values, like many professional sports contracts, and turn those into gumballs. He does a lot of gumball math. So for this special occasion, I thought I'd do some gumball math of my own. So this is a rough estimate for how many times me and Tommy have thrown a baseball back and forth in our lifetime. So if each catch session lasted 400 throws between warm-ups, long toss, cool downs, flat grounds, and things such like that, and we played catch 3 times a week, and you multiply that 3 weeks by 52 weeks, that equals 156 sessions per year. You multiply that 156 sessions by those 400 throws, you get 62,400 throws per year. And you multiply that by the 18 years that we played catch, we roughly threw a ball 1,123,200 times. So in that, each gumball represents 1,002.86 throws. So think about that every time you look at that. If you want someone who's lazy and not hardworking, not your guy. He'll do annoying things like finish a doctorate program in 6.5 years instead of 8. Super annoying, right? If you want to win or have a light family game, not your guy. Because his competitiveness and his strive for perfection is unmatched. So please, like me and my dad did when I was growing up, let him win every now and then. That'd mean a lot to me. So as you can see, Tommy is like this baseball glove here in many ways. At first, when it's a new glove, it takes some time to break in and get it to just finally fit right. But however, when you do get it to fit right, it's hardworking and tough and comforting and caring like leather. Most importantly, he'll be there for you when you need him the most, and he's here for the long run. So if everyone could raise a glass to Tommy and Maddie in finding your perfect baseball glove.